Got two stories here, both about Secret Invasion. I'll link them in the description box. The first one is from BoundingTheComics.com. Secret Invasion director appears to admit series was cobbled together in the editing room even as they were releasing new episodes, which is a terrible sign. In an interview with Insider, he was asked from what other Marvel directors and actors have said sometimes things in the script change at the last minute or the day of filming. What was your experience like for Secret Invasion? How closely did it follow the script, and how much room was there for improvisation or improvements? He responded, I don't want to play semantic games, but I think of it as an evolution. As you hunt down story, everything is constantly evolving, and it's a fascinating process. He elaborated, I guess there are moments of improv, like between Sam and Don, between Sam and Ben. There are really rich moments of improv. There are actors who rely more on the script. Next, Salem appeared to reveal that the later episodes and the entire story of the series was being put together as they released the first episode. And I think as we were editing, we're still finding the story. We were finding the story on episode 6 up until episode 1 had already aired. That just sounds unbelievably terrible. Yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that Marvel just keeps hunting it down and using the resources they have to come up with the best story possible, and that quest never ends. It's like, dude, you're just trying to sign up a pile of shit here, basically. Elsewhere throughout the interview, he punted on numerous questions about story decisions, noting that much of that was above him and his main role was directing the episodes rather than making major story decisions that affect the MCU. For example, when he's asked about Maria Hill's death, why she was killed off, is another question for the MCU. I did the best I could, making it feel truthful and emotional. I am grateful that I have not yet received death threats for killing off Maria Hill. Why would they? I don't think it involves that much passion anymore. Whatever. Asked about how the series might tie into the Marvels, my participation in it was to make sure that Nick Fury goes up at the end of the series. So I made sure that he went up. And where they capture him in the next, it's entirely up to them. When he asked if he specifically knew how long James Rhodes had been a Skrull, no, I think that's a question for the MCU at large, probably for Kevin Feige himself. What was presented to me was a lot of fun, and I think we made a lot of fun out of it. For those definitive answers, I defer to Kevin Feige or I defer to the fans. Blah, blah, blah. Do you have a favorite episode or a scene? He's like, I'm proud of the whole damn thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, can you give a straight answer? I got a story here from Gizmodo. You know, basically the director, Ali Salem, won't read the bad reviews. You know, the response is, well, he's trying to be polite and also attempting to respect that the show is made for the audience, not necessarily for critics. But in today's critical environment where everyone's hot take on about a television series can become the most vocal review out there, the double talk about reviewers versus the audience rings hollow. And that's about the reviews. He said, I don't read reviews, with all due respect. For me, I view all the storytelling work I do as a dialogue with an audience. When the show is finished and put up on the screen, that's my half of the dialogue. And the audience then starts their half of the response to it. I think that's valuable, but I don't know how to answer the question. Like, seriously? Dude, that's the equivalent of going up to somebody, giving them your little spiel and stuff, and then start walking away before they have a chance to respond. That's not a dialogue. That's not a... It's absurd. It's just being... It's like being a dickhead, basically. I'll link this in the description box and read it for yourself, but that's basically the crux of the entire situation is them kind of, you know, what's going on? They don't want to get like too critical of him. Basically, it's just not good. It's not good. Between this answer and then him, you know, oh, I don't have a favorite scene. I'm proud of the whole thing and stuff. It's like it reminds me of when like you have somebody go, oh, you read that book. What's your favorite part? Well, the whole thing. You know, it's like, come on, dude, you didn't read it. You know, it's like, get out of here. Anyway, like I said, I'll link both these articles in the description box. You can read them for yourself because, you know, they're both fairly long. So, you know, I mean, you're not going to really find anything else out, to be honest. It was just, you know, you're not going to miss much if you don't read it. I basically covered the important parts, but you can go ahead and read it if you want. But anyway, thank you very much for watching and have a good one.